Hello, everybody. Simon with FangQuig Coins and Bullion here. I'm still on vacation, and I just wanted to kind of discuss with you guys about 9 mistakes that new collectors may make, but also one thing that they do really well. So just kind of want to have a discussion about my thoughts on this and maybe hear your guys' thoughts. One little housekeeping issue that I want to bring up is I appreciate all the support I've been getting. I'm want to continue to put in time and effort to help the community and the channel grow. There will be a mailing list at some point. I know I mentioned that in a previous video. I got a lot of positive feedback for that. I also do want to mention that about 80% of the people that watch the videos are not subscribed. So this is my obligation to encourage you to subscribe. And to the 60% of the people that have watched more than one of my videos that are still not subscribed, especially those guys, please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. It helps me out a lot, helps the channel grow. There will be giveaways on each video. It sounds like you guys also want to do one big giveaway on all the videos that are coming out while I'm gone. So we'll put something really nice together for you guys to be able to give back for all the support that I've been receiving. So diving right into 9 things that the new collectors, mistakes that they may make, but also one thing that they do really well. So I'm just going to pull some things out here and kind of discuss them. But the first thing would be not researching before buying. So, not researching coins or currency or bullion, just kind of seeing something that may strike you and, not figuring out, what's the price history on something like this? Is this a good purchase long term? Just trying to figure out what is good for you as a consumer, but you ultimately, as a dealer, I want to sell coins to people, but I want you to make good financial purchases as well. I have people that come in here that have bought things, from the 70s, from the Franklin Mint, and they were paying, $30 an ounce back then when silver was, probably $4 or $5. So, and that's still continuing today with Littleton and even some dealers, underpaying you or overcharging for stuff like that. Detrimental. So that's the first point. The second point would be cleaning coins. So cleaning can damage the coins and hurts the value. So this coin, it says scratched, but you can just kind of tell by the look that it was cleaned at some point. And I'm surprised that it wasn't called out. But, cleaning the coins obviously damages the coins' long-term value. Something like this American Silver Eagle here, this is 1996. This is a semi-key date or the key date for the American Eagle series, the business strikes. And, in this condition, it's probably a $40 to $45 coin. But if I was to polish it up, make it all clean and shiny and basically that'll make it worth the silver value, and that's not a huge difference per se, with something like this. But let's say you do that with a 09S VDB. All right, well, if that coin's XF, you basically cut that coin's value down to a third of what it was. And, I'm kind of a big proponent of, I get that it is your coin and you will do what you want to do with it, but also, you're making the experience worse for someone else down the line that may purchase that coin, or maybe worse for, if you're a parent or a grandparent, you pass that down to somebody and basically, you've screwed them out of some money because, you paid $500 and now it's worth $250 or $150 or whatever. The next thing is talking about making good decisions about storage and handling. So, silver coins like this, you want to put them in either hard cases like this here, that'll protect them. Put them in tubes, airtight tubes. Try to not handle the faces of the coin here. And then, people, if you use a flip, use an unplasticized flip. So this has no plasticized, is just no PVC. The PVC flips you might like because they're soft, but they will eat through silver and they'll eat through copper long term. And that will also basically make something like this a call coin. Another thing is with storage and handling. So this has a insane staple scratch right here. Basically, someone kept this coin in a 2x2 like this, and as they, open this coin up, you peel this here, you have the coin, and I'm not going to do it, but basically what you do is, as you're pulling it out here, you scrape it, the coin and the staple, they make contact, and that's what happened there. That's not going to really be an issue on a 1 cent face value coin, but when you have a $150 coin, this takes it from, being a, $200 coin down to a $100 coin. So that's something to be very considerate about. And then with conserving and keeping your slabs nice, so I always put them in these little, use these plastic sleeves that keeps the slabs from rubbing together in the box. So if they're rubbed like this, the front of this is going to get all scratched up, the back is going to get all scratched up, and that makes it hard to see the coin. And also for putting stickers on coins, this here is not necessarily damaging, but for me to get this off, I have to use a chemical to basically strip off the adhesive. That's why another thing I like, if you buy stuff from me, I'll never put stickers on the plastic. It keeps the plastic nice. I'll always put it on the little plastic sleeve. This is a good example of a slab that has just been absolutely scratched up. And this slab is probably 30, 40 years old now. So it's seen a lot of wear, but just look at how many scratches. The coin is nice, but look at how many scratches is on the surface. So it's cloudy, so it makes it tough for people to, pay you up for your coins. Another thing is leading into the hype. So recently, something that came out is this, MS-70 Star Privy, right here. It's something new. The U.S. Mint is driving hype around it, but I think in probably a year's time, this is just going to be another Silver Eagle, especially if they continue to add privies and things like that. The market's going to get saturated and the demand is going to go down. Another thing to think about with that is the 2021, 2024 Morgans and Peace. I think they're still going to keep making them, and the demand for those are just zero, basically. The thing is the more that they come out with them just like this, if they keep coming out with privies, there's going to be, fewer and fewer of them that, people will want to have, or, it's nice to collect one, but it'll just basically go downhill there. Another thing is buying from what I would consider shady or not reputable sellers. So a good example of this is, okay, well, this is a pretty nice piece dollar, and they may show you good photos, but the front is incredibly cleaned. You see how that's just totally flat. It's got some toning, but that's artificial. And, if you're buying this from eBay, if you're buying this from Whatnot or an auction, basically you are not able to look at the coin, handle it, make a decision for yourself. Especially in an auction scenario, they want you to bid something up to like a crazy number. This is probably a $25 coin, what I would retail it for, just because of the cleaning. The coloring is interesting, but it's not natural and it's been cleaned. So that is just, difficult for some collectors to get their heads around. Buying ungraded coins with grades. I don't have an example here, but basically, let's say this, this Walking Liberty half here is ungraded. It's just in a 2x2 flip, and the seller says, this is an MS-65. MS66. Well, you don't know that, and assuming you're not a PCGS or NGC grader, I wouldn't know. And then basically, they're trying to get you to pay up for something that basically is just not guaranteed value. So that's why I like to buy and sell graded coins. There is less discrepancy there for the consumer. They know exactly what they should be getting, and basically it prevents someone from pulling the wool over your eyes. Another thing here is record keeping. So, I track everything that I buy and sell, what I paid, what I got for it. And a lot of new consumers to the hobby are just spending money. And when they look back on, something like, just like rounds or things like that, you may have an idea of what something may be going for currently, but you may not remember what it was then. And that makes selling difficult if you want to try to make money or things like that. But that's just a good recommendation for me, is to make sure that you're record keeping. The last thing here is overpaying for items, and that kind of ties in with the auction. So, here is just, it's kind of a really interesting, very colorful stake quarter. It's been artificially toned, and, I've known people that pay $10 for this, $20 for this, $30, $40 for something like this at auction. And, guys, this is, probably $5 to $6 in silver. And, someone threw it in with some sulfur and they toned it up. And you will totally get screwed by overpaying for something like that. The same goes for the peace dollar here. Overpaying for something that is basically just you're being sold hype, right? Something like this, if you're buying this raw, that's all right. You have to be paying an appropriate price, but if you're paying AU pricing for a detail coin, then that becomes an issue. The one caveat to this is you guys know that you like something, and you are okay overpaying for it, right? Sometimes coins are difficult to get, or they're very popular, or you just like it, right? There's nothing wrong with you paying, there's nothing wrong with someone paying $30 for this, but you need to know and have the expectation that when you go to sell it, you will not recover, even half of your cost, right? A dealer will probably pay you $5 for something like this. You have the silver content, and that's about it. The toning, but again, the dealer is not in the business of making a risk, and they need to do what's best for their business, right? So the one thing that I want to give new collectors kudos that I see, I work with a lot of dealers. A lot of dealers are a lot older than me, and I would consider myself in the minority age-wise. And basically something that I have seen with them is basically they collect what they collect, right? They collect very narrow, just a very few things, which is fine. That's great. But something that I really admire with new collectors is that they're willing to buy things that, seasoned people may not even think about. And I think that they get a lot more joy about it. They're not afraid to buy something that's new, especially inexpensive coins. Stuff like this. You're paying, a few dollars over a gray sheet for a nice MS66 Buffalo, or a $60 for a nice Mercury dime. You just need to buy it right and be aware of what the markets are on that kind of thing. And with making mistakes, that's okay. You just need to be aware of it, that these are some things maybe to be aware of if you're starting collecting. But that's kind of my just rundown on 9 things that new collectors may make mistakes on, and one thing that they do really good well. So we're talking about the not knowing, researching before they're buying, cleaning the coins, damaging, reducing the value, not storaging things properly or handling, buying things leading into the hype, buying from shady sellers, buying things at auction like that, buying ungraded coins with grades, not keeping very good records when they do buy and pay for something, overpaying for items unless you are aware of what the market value is. And then they're not afraid to try new things and buy new things that they, may not normally buy, or, a seasoned collector may not even think about collecting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. I am more than happy to keep making educational content. A lot of this stuff will be available for sale in the next couple of weeks or so. The bullion will be on a mailing list. I'm developing that. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow, hit the bell notification, do all the YouTube stuff. And I appreciate you guys' support. And we'll see you guys in the next one.